Baseball has always had its legends. Ruth, Mays, Koufax, names that echo through the sound of the crowd and the crack of a bat. But today, another name stands beside them. Shohei Ohtani. He's not just another star in a long line of greats. He represents something different. A shift in what's possible. A quiet revolution in one of the world's oldest games. When Ohtani first debuted in the major leagues, people weren't sure what to expect. Could someone really pitch and hit at the highest level? Most thought it was just a fantasy, a relic of baseball's past. But soon, that question changed. Not, can he do it? But, how far can he go? Baseball had rules. Pitchers pitched. Hitters hit. That's how it worked for over a century. Babe Ruth broke that rule once. He threw fastballs that silenced crowds and hit home runs that echoed across generations. But even Ruth stopped pitching early in his career. The strain was too much. The game was never meant to be played by one man in two worlds. Then came Ohtani, a player from Japan who looked at that same rulebook and simply ignored it. He throws 100 miles per hour. He hits baseballs 450 feet. And sometimes he does both in the same game. When he's on the mound, hitters look helpless. When he's at the plate, pitchers look terrified. He's not breaking baseball's rules. He's rewriting them. Ohtani isn't trying to be Babe Ruth. He's what Babe Ruth could have been if time allowed. Greatness rarely comes without pain. Ohtani's journey was no exception. In 2018, his pitching arm gave out. A torn ligament, the dreaded diagnosis for any athlete, Tommy John surgery. For most players, that would have been the end of the dream. But not for him. He spent months in silence, away from the spotlight, rebuilding, relearning, refining. He came back stronger, physically, mentally, spiritually. When others saw limits, he saw a challenge. And when he returned, he wasn't just good again. He was better than ever. Fans watched in disbelief as he started pitching like an ace and hitting like a slugger at the same time. It wasn't supposed to happen. But Ohtani made it happen. He turned recovery into rebirth. And in that moment, people didn't just see a player. They saw perseverance. The reaction was global. In Japan, children stayed up past midnight to watch him pitch. In Los Angeles, fans filled the stadium hours before first pitch. Every time he stepped onto the field, it felt like something historic might happen. But it wasn't just the stats that moved people. It was the way he carried himself. No arrogance, no ego, just quiet focus and genuine gratitude. He bowed to umpires. He smiled at opponents. He treated the game, and everyone in it, with respect. Reporters asked for his secret. He answered with a simple phrase, "I just love baseball." That's what people connected to. In a world obsessed with fame, he reminded us that joy and humility can still lead to greatness. He didn't need to shout. He didn't need to boast. He just needed to play. And that quiet, humble excellence spoke louder than any headline. There are moments when the world seems to pause. A ball leaves the bat. Everyone holds their breath. And for a second, time itself stops. That's what it feels like when Ohtani hits. Each swing carries a sense of wonder, as if everyone knows they're watching history unfold. He doesn't just hit home runs, he destroys doubts. Every blast into the stands is a reminder that limits are illusions. Pitching one night, hitting the next, Ohtani does what no one else dares to try. He's the first player in generations to lead his team in both strikeouts and home runs. And when the crowd roars, you can see it in his eyes. Not pride, but peace. Because for him, greatness isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving what's possible. Even after all the records and awards, Ohtani remains calm. He doesn't seek the spotlight. He doesn't chase headlines. He practices early. He leaves late. He spends his free time studying opponents, perfecting every movement. Teammates call him the quiet storm. Reporters describe him as a mystery wrapped in grace. But maybe the truth is simpler. He's just someone who loves what he does. And that love, that quiet, relentless pursuit of perfection, is what makes him great. He reminds us that real confidence is silent. Real focus is humble. Real greatness doesn't need noise. And maybe that's why the world connects to him. Because in Ohtani, we see the best parts of ourselves: determination, kindness, humility, and hope. Babe Ruth inspired America. Shohei Ohtani inspires the world. Ruth changed what baseball was. Ohtani is changing what it can be. He may not break every record, but he's breaking every boundary. He's shown that greatness isn't about numbers. It's about meaning. Because immortality in baseball isn't about living forever. It's about being remembered forever. The story of Shohei Ohtani isn't about how many games he wins. It's about how many hearts he inspires. He's not just a player. He's a reminder that greatness can exist with humility. And one day, when future generations look back, they'll see more than a stat line. They'll see a story of talent, patience, and purpose. Because legends live in numbers, but immortals live in time. Shohei Ohtani, the man who turned power into poetry. The humble legend who changed baseball forever.